12-year-old girl is accused of smothering and killing her 8-year-old cousin over an iPhone on July 15th in Humboldt, Tennessee. They were both visiting their grandmother's house. Now, according to the county's prosecutor, a security camera recorded the killing inside the bedroom the young girl shared. The recording shows the older child using bedding to suffocate her cousin as she slept in the top bunk. After the child died, the 12-year-old cleaned up the victim and repositioned her body in bed.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Issues by LT. Thanks for stopping by. If this is your first time, please do not forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell. On this channel, we tell real life stories and we do examine the issues that concern us. Today, it's rather unfortunate, and it's one of those things you have to pray, Lord, deliver me and my family from evil. But sometimes even when you pray that prayer, evil might still befall. Right? Okay. So there is this 12-year-old girl who was murdered. Her 8-year-old younger sister, who is cousin. They're all little girls in grandma's house. And grandma is said to have a security camera on. And this 12-year-old has murdered the younger sister, who is the cousin, because of an iPhone. An iPhone. Whatever is the reason behind the iPhone. 12-year-old young girl and 8-year-old girls. Let's picture what they should be doing. I know I do have a video of a 12-year-old. You might want to look it up. Should they be fighting over cell phones? No. Why are they fighting over cell phones? Such that a 12-year-old has the nerve and the mindset to murder the sister, and then I'll go ahead to arrange the body and cover like nothing happened, and then she goes to sleep. Look, there is some kind of evil that when you analyze it, it makes you pray more. This is one of it. The 12-year-old girl has the mind or knows, because of what she watches on that iPhone, right, that she can suffocate her 8-year-old sister and then arrange the body like nothing happened, and then she is able to also go and really sleep, and sleep gets into her eyes and gets peaceful night sleep till morning. Let's say they were even fighting, right? And something really, she found that the sister was unconscious. What she would have done if she had a conscience at that age was that she would have run to her grandma and be like, I was fighting with Susu, my sister, and this is what I know. But that's not what you're doing. She killed, and then she covered up, and then she went to sleep. Now take a look at this video.
See, I travel around the world, I know cost, but if I climb the train, it don't pass.
This is a young man,
around the world,
I would say has been trained. Let's assume his age. I'm also going to give him a pass age of maybe, let's say 8 to 12. Yeah. This is a young man. Look at what he's doing. Cooking, cleaning, right? And there you have young girls, a 12-year-old murdering another 8-year-old girl over an iPhone. I guarantee you go she can't cook and clean like this young man. She probably has not even been trained to cook and clean, but she's been handed over a phone, an iPhone for that matter, that she is willing to murder for it. Do you now see that we as parents are the problem? Would you agree with me that we as parents are the problem? You are going to do a lot of convincing to someone like me why I would give a phone to a 12-year-old. You might not agree with me. It doesn't even matter. In today's day and age, if you drop them in school or the bus takes them to school, there is a phone in the school to call the parents if something happens. Unless you know that you're sending them off somewhere that you will hand a phone or ask that they call you. I am of the honest opinion that there is no reason giving a phone to a 12-year-old in today's day and age, because it creates more problems than good. Yes, you heard me. It is these same phones that they are using to learn the evil they are learning and terrorizing and bullying others in school, because we parents are so quick to go stand, swap off credit cards, beg from others, especially those in our countries. Yeah, you heard me. They're willing to beg, reach out and beg from family members overseas and everywhere, beg for money so that they can, and beg for phones so that they can hand over to their children so that they can fit and be able to measure up with others. All that competition, you come over here, children, everybody is on the phone, they use it, they're talking to strangers, they don't talk to their parents, but talk to people thousands of miles, predators. They use the phones to bully each other. They are so emotionally overcharged, and they can't keep their emotions under control. They are emotionally immature, but they are handling phones and trying to watch and talk to people that they cannot even understand what is going on. They are in danger. They endanger their lives and endanger the lives of others. They are bullied their mates to death, and in this case, she has taken her two-legged hands and legs and murdered the sister on the bunk bed. I blame her parents. Oh yeah. Because if the parents did not hand her the phone or make her understand that she can have a phone at that age, we wouldn't be having this problem. We're no longer letting children to be children. She should be reading a book. She should be angry over her book torn and not a cell phone. Yeah, she should be angry that maybe her book was torn or something, but not over a cell phone that she's willing to murder. Misplaced priorities. And just like I showed the little boy, can you imagine this little boy trained by the mother, cooking? Look at the way he's cooking and immediately cleaning and keeping the environment clean. And tomorrow your son will get out there after you've trained him so well and go and bring a girl, a murderer, who can't cook and clean. I guarantee you that girl can cook and clean like this boy. But they're probably the same age, right? She can cook and clean. And can you picture your son will go and fall in love with such a misfit and try to bring her home? And when she can cook and clean, or your son you mistakenly let her into your son's home as a wife, can you see where how it's just going to be chaos and disaster from day one when they meet? Reason I say we have to pray for these our sons and talk to them. to be able to spot on these useless, untrained girls who have their priorities misplaced right from a tender age of 12, and then we will wonder why tomorrow they will say, oh, they can't get a date, no one wants to marry them, and who the hell will marry you for what? And for those of you who say that marriage is not an achievement, that's your business. Yes, it's not an achievement for you, but for others it is, right? Yeah, but even if it is not an achievement, and when you choose to do it, you wouldn't want a misfit of a girl like this 12-year-old roaming around with a son of yours that you have trained, like this boy we see in the picture. I'll be damned any comes around my child. Yes, you heard me. Misplaced priorities. We as parents are no longer training our children for what is important, for what will build and mold them in life. We're simply having cell phones and causing disaster and pain all over the place. What's a 12-year-old doing with an iPhone? Like, are you kidding me? And now, family pain, tears. Young girls, a 12-year-old and an 8-year-old should be busy trying to mix and try recipes in the kitchen. Yes, try recipes in the kitchen, ask questions and not murder each other over a cell phone. Shame on the parents. Yes, you heard me. Shame on them. I know that it is hard for us to train, because I'm dealing with that too. Trying to train for them to clean, it's that difficult. But you don't give up. And you can't let children or mold them up in such a way that it becomes such a disaster over a cell phone. Disprove me if that 12-year-old girl can cook and clean. Go to her home. I don't know her family, but I guarantee you she can't cook and clean like this this boy that the mother has trained to be cooking and cleaning, and you see the way he's keeping the plate. You want to go to his room, it's going to be the same thing. Bed made up, everything made up, good, looking good and clean and everything. You go to that girl's room, you're not going to see it. It's that type who get up, it's on that iPhone. The house girl will make the breakfast, or grandma will make the breakfast. She will just come and sit and eat, carry her plate and go and throw in the sink, go back to the iPhone, this is and that. And tomorrow she needs a husband from a trained son like this. God punish the likes of women who have all these daughters and are letting them roam around like this. Daughters or son that y'all are not training. God punish you, and may your sorrows in the future multiply. Oh yes, you heard me. I know that you say, Elsie, you are so harsh. I'm not here to babysit anybody. We as parents need to sit up. And like I said before, I be damned. I train my son and he brings a like of this kind of a misfit for a daughter-in-law. I would go up to the mountains and pray until you are taken out. Is that serious? Yes, is that serious? If after watching this young boy cooking and cleaning, it doesn't make any sense to you as a parent, and then you see a 12-year-old who is willing and has gone to the length of to murder her sister over a 12-year-old, then you can come here and attack me. But it doesn't even matter. Rest in peace, the little girl. And as for the young guy who is cooking and cleaning, keep cooking and cleaning. And may God give you a good wife and make your home great. And for those other losers who are all with cell phones and everything, if you don't change, may your sorrows multiply. That's just the way I feel. But we as parents, let's do better. Let's do better. Because we're the reason for these problems. Yes, we are. We've carried the technology to another level. I face it in my house. It's not like I don't. But I know that I'm putting my foot down in every step of the way, and I'm not blinking. Because that's just the right thing to do. Because we want to raise responsible men and women to fit out there in the society and contribute their quarter into the society and make our society great and not become problems to our society, because this is already a problem. And I hope she goes to jail for life. I pray she be tried as an adult, if at all that's possible, and be locked up for good. Let's train our kids. It's never easy. You may think it's easy. Come to my house. You're going to see my challenges. But I'm not giving up, because I know the time I give up, the devil will take over full force. I am not even waiting for the devil to come. I'm taking the fight right to the devil's doorstep so that it stays right there. I know what I'm dealing with. I'm not blinking and will never blink till I ensure that the human beings that came through me into this world are responsible citizens and out there in the community and doing what they're supposed to do as men and women of valor. Quit destroying this generation because you think you can afford cell phones, cars, and all what lives of luxury to them. Quit destroying these young ones. Quit. As parents, quit. We will be judged as parents first before any other thing. And when you find your child going to jail, make sure that you have done your part. Sometimes we will do our part and they will still end up in jail. True. Oh yes. Sometimes we will do our part and they would still end up in jail. But God forbid, make sure you do your part. So that even if they are heading down that route, posterity will know as a parent that you did your work. Like I always tell my kids, you can't go and say I wasn't a good mom. You can't go anywhere and say, because guess what? I tell it the way that it is. I've shown you the right way. But guess what? When you come of age, you will, if you refuse to heed to the voice of reason, the consequences will come and you will face them. I told my son one time, don't think I would ever visit you in jail. I won't. And nobody in the family will. If you commit your crime and go to jail, you're going to be there alone forever. Or whatever, but God forbid that you even go there. Make sure you never go there, because if you go there, then you don't have any family. That's how I sink it into their brains to understand why being a good citizen is that important, because you're not only representing yourself, you're representing me, you're representing the entire family, and you're representing the God that I serve. Let's quit molding animals in the form of children, because they would cause nothing but pain out there for us and for the community and for society and for what have you. A 12-year-old girl has a lot to live for, and a cell phone should not be a reason being given to her by parents for her to murder her sister for. It's a damn shame. And for those of you who are doing same in your homes, you better correct it, because you're heading down the same lane. May God have mercy on us and our parenting skills. Thanks for watching.
I invite you to keep regular dates with me on my new series of Issues by Elsie on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
And thanks for joining me on this journey.